So over the weekend, someone was asking me what overextended means in relation to like spinal positioning exercises, and hopefully these are all quite basic, but you know, it's always good to go back and just re-drill those sometimes. So we have three basic positions: neutral spine, overextended spine, and a flexed, when we talk about spinal positioning exercises. Okay, so neutral position, this represents the pelvis, the triangle shape, and the line at the top is the rib cage. So neutral just means you're nicely stacked, organised, got good bracing potential. Overextended means the pelvis tips forward and then the rib cage flares open. So it's this very sort of proud chested shape. And then flexed is the opposite, so the pelvis tips back, okay, and the shoulders round forward, the rib cage comes down. Okay, so it's this very sort of dumped, rounded computer shape. Okay, so we'll cut into some more detailed clips of these next if you're interested. Just in a bit more detail, so the neutral spine, we have the level of the ribs and then the level of the pelvis, nicely organised, so they stack up upon one another really well and evenly. And generally this is the optimal position and what we want to see when most people perform exercises, a neutral spine. Okay, in terms of performance, because everything is organised, you can create a large amount of tension through the core, and from that the shoulders and the hips work really well and you'll often get the best outcome. On the same vein, you'll often have the lowest risk of injury. Okay, so because everything is organised, you can keep and maintain tension, and then, as we said, you're effective in the actual movements that you make. So next up are the characteristics of being overextended. So as the diagram shows, the pelvis falls forward and then the rib cage opens up. Okay, so it's very common to have tight back, sort of lower back stiffness or pain from that. So you can see the angle is closed down here and that back takes a lot of the strain. On the opposite side, the front side, that angle opens up, and as a result you can have quite weak abs in comparison to the back strength. So it leaves us with the flex position. So on this, the pelvis moves in the opposite direction, it dumps backwards, and then the rib cage comes forward and we have this rounded back position. So the characteristics of this is that that front side, the shoulders and hips are going to be quite tight because we've closed this angle down. Okay, and then on the opposite of that, you're going to have more weak back scenarios because that angle is opened up. You have less control of your back, and then all of that tension builds up in the front side. Okay, hopefully that's sort of made it a little bit clearer when you hear coaching cues about being overextended or rounded or flexed, and actually what's going on in the inside.